Uncommon Wisdom, Part 2. When I was 26, Mike Murdock here. Let me remind you again, book 333. It's out of this world. And I'll tell you how to get a free copy. I'll mail it to you. I'm a sower, not a salesman. I've sold millions of books around the world. Be 78 in April. And this month, February, my 58th year in the ministry, 58 years. A lot of experiences. The Assemblies of God Evangelists jumped to me pretty hard when I opened up the Nairobi Christian Center in Kenya with Morris Plotz, a famous missionary and a fabulous man. But I talked to the people about the blessing of the Lord, the prosperity message of the Bible. They got mad. They jumped all over me. On the way back, I'm trying to figure it out. My father prayed 4 hours plus every day of his life. A really, really good man, pure as they come. I never heard my father raise his voice at one of us children. He whipped hard, but he never screamed at us. He never raised his voice at Mother. Mother was 14 and he was 17 when they got married. 9 children, 2 died, 7 of us lived. But I didn't understand why my father could pray so much and be so poor, so broke. The Lord taught me on the way back that there's 2 parts of the gospel: the person of Jesus and the principles that he taught. The person of Jesus, the principles. The love of God is different than the laws of God. And that's, I want to show you this book. Let me show you again. It's book 333. 855, 5 Wisdom. That's my 24-hour ministry number. 855, 5. Think of the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. 855, 5 Wisdom. And I'm going to send you a copy. I'm going to try to hold my phone in one hand. I want to share with some of this fabulous book that just came in. Thousands, 5,000. And I'll send you one if you'd like. Joy is the immediate reward for doing something right. Joy is the immediate reward for doing something right. I don't know why I love that so much. The person of Jesus prepares you for eternity. The principles of Jesus prepare you to succeed on the earth. I just sent you a little 8-minute video about Paul J. Myers, only person in the world in 78 years of my life that ever asked me to write down a list of my goals and dreams. For many years, I put the dream sheet in the back of every book, and I gave them out all over the world and asked people to write down the desires of your heart. A yacht, a jet, own your own home, visit Jerusalem, take a vacation to Honolulu. Your desires determine what you see. Your desires determine what you're willing to learn. Your desires choose your mentorship, who you're willing to listen to. I had one preacher said, God's will always happens. I said, you obviously hadn't read the Bible. It's a collection of God's disappointments. When Jesus looked across Jerusalem, how oft I would have gathered you as a mother hen would gather her brood. If God was in control of everything, everybody would be a believer. Nobody would be saved. Nobody would be a rebel. Nobody would defy God. Now, I don't understand this, but it appears when one of his chief angels rebelled against God, Lucifer. He out-talked God and persuaded 1 out of 3 angels to rebel against God in the heavens. They don't write better than Psalmist David. I read the Psalms every single day of my life. David's smart. Remember at 17 years old, he killed Goliath and cut his head off when even King Saul didn't want to take on Goliath. When nobody wanted to take on Goliath, David had killed a lion and a bear. David's not a worm. He became a king. And yet, he couldn't persuade his favorite son to love him. That's something. David could not persuade Absalom to love him back. God hasn't been able to persuade. Trillions won't love God back. God put something in the universe called decisions. You decide who you ignore. You decide who you'll pursue. Elisha decided to pursue Elijah. Your life is a picture of your decision making. The joy of others may be your passion, but it's never your responsibility. Favor is the birthplace for joy. Often, not always. Your joy reveals the quality. Can you see that? This is a fabulous book. Your joy reveals the quality of your decision making. When you make good decisions, it produces joy. Measure your success by your joy. That's how you know if you're a success. If you have joy. Not if you have 5 houses. If you have joy. This is book 333. And I urge you to order your free copy. $8.55, 5 Wisdom. Make a call day or night. Let me send it to you. I've got a lot of thoughts on my mind. I'm trying to keep these under 5 minutes. I can't seem to do it. Mike Murdock here, and I really value if you'll send the Uncommon Wisdom notes here to someone you love. I'll be right back.